Welcome everyone to our podcast episode. In this one we have a special guest and his name is Nathan Robinson. He is a really cute guy, really good looking with half a beard. I love the dude like crazy though. So before I actually say anything, you guys know who I am. You guys know Sid and Blowfish were always here, but I want Nathan to introduce himself. Who are you? What do you do? Why are you here? Who invited you? You know what I mean?
I am like a famous person, so obviously after the stream, you'll know me. My name's Nathan Robinson. Actually, I should do like hash it and I. My name's Nathan. I'm 26 from the UK.
Shit.
How are you? Yeah.
Jesus, okay. I don't think you should do it if you're 26. Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, it's a bit much.
Why not?
I think it's a bit awkward. Yeah.
That's rude of you.
Defeats the fun of it. But anyway, guys. As you can see, we have Nathan with us. So we're gonna start off this podcast a bit different. We do have questions, obviously, but I want us to get to know Nathan is first. You know what I mean? So like the questions I want to know about Nathan is like, why do you stream? You know what I mean? And you do just chatting stream. Like, I swear, just like I don't think anyone starts streaming and knows they're gonna do just chatting. So like, what makes you do it? When did you start doing it? Did you play games at first? Like, tell us about yourself.
So back in 2018, my Twitter account was like a personal Twitter account. I had it since I think like 2000 and I'm gonna say 2011. I want to say maybe 2012. Very early on.
11 years ago.
Somebody showing my age now, aren't I?
Yeah, shit.
Don't worry.
Somebody randomly followed me, and he messaged me. Like looking back at it now, I'm like, if anybody does this to me about Twitch, I just mute them because it's so corny. He like messaged and was like, hey, like how are you doing? Blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, good, thanks. Blah. Like how are you? And he was like, yeah, like I stream on Twitch, like self promoting.
Right.
But at the time, I didn't clock. Like I didn't realize it was self promoting. And I was like, oh, I don't know of Twitch. And he was like, oh, if you want to come by. And I was like, it must have been like obviously one day, and I was like, do you know what? Let me just go and have a look at Twitch. Like, I used to play like Call of Duty when I was younger, Sims, all that stuff.
Which one was your favorite Call of Duty?
So all I like Black Ops. I like Black Ops 1.
World War
Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1 was
Black
the
Ops 1
first-person shooter I've ever played.
Black Ops 1.
Mine too.
So Modern Warfare 2 I played and I sweated that with like after school with my friends, but like I always remember Black Ops 1. I played Black Ops 2 briefly and then I just kind of what was the one after? Was there a Modern Warfare 3? No.
That was after Black Ops 1, I think. Modern Warfare.
Okay, so I remember that briefly. And then I just stopped playing Call of Duty. I don't know what happened. Like, I just kind of.
Because I remember, I swear you share a COD as well. Because I remember I asked you, "Are you good at COD?" And you were like, "Yeah, I play for the objective." And I was like, "Okay, you're shit. If you play for that, that's when you're shit."
So listen, right? With Call of Duty, you've got two styles of people, right? Playing multiplayer, two styles. You've either got people that go for kills, and that is literally what they do, yeah? Which is fair enough.
Right,
if you want to go for kills and KD, that's fine.
So people that want to have fun and
yeah, which is fine, and I'm completely all for that. But like, I play objective mode, so like domination, hard point, blah blah blah. I would always be at the top of the leaderboard with the most point on the hard point, captures the most flags. Like because I like it, I like that aspect of that mode. If I wanted to go and play team deathmatch, I'd go and play team deathmatch. If I just wanted to do kills, you know, that's like.
I just feel like you struggle to actually get kills in the game, so you had to like play for the objectives and stuff. Like capture the flag, you had to be the one getting the flag because obviously. You know,
there was me trying to get fucking kills with the right shield on Black Ops 2.
Oh my god.
Search and Destroy. I was like trying to.
The only game mode I played.
Search and Destroy is the only game because that was so toxic.
Search and Destroy was very fun. It was
so toxic. Right, because it's like you fail a clutch scenario and then you just have your friends on your mic just going, "What the fuck? You're so shit."
Are you guys toxic gamers when you played? Like, did you say? Be honest. Like when you were younger, did you say shit on the mic or chat? Like, which
no.
100%.
I actually wouldn't. Funny enough,
I didn't, but now I do.
Now,
really?
Now I'm really toxic. So
really
now,
bad.
Yeah,
I will literally, if I'm getting annoyed, I will start shouting. Yeah,
I can see that. Actually speaking,
I used to be very toxic because Hash, you and me, we both came from League, right? And you know how League is just like, okay, you didn't really come from League.
Yeah,
right?
I played COD first.
I mean, I played COD first as well, but I spent a lot of time on League of Legends, and League of Legends is just a very toxic community in itself.
I love
I kind of just picked it up,
But that toxicity is kind of attractive.
Now I'm fine. I'm like so chill now. It's like everyone around me is like super toxic and arguing and shit. I'm just like, yeah, boys, it's a fucking pixels on a screen. It's just
Oh, wow,
why are
that
we
is
getting
so
stressed
great.
over it? Just get over it.
Get over it and get good. I agree with that. Like
Easy,
actually
easy.
speaking.
I believe being
You know?
toxic makes games fun though. I think if you're not toxic, you're a bit boring.
I think people are toxic because of their competitiveness, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it's more
if
from
you
the
really think,
competitiveness.
yeah, like if you look at competitors, like I'm not trying to say any of us are like the Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or whatever, but they all had a very toxic mentality towards their sport and the competition that they're in. So I feel like that's just why toxicity comes out. Not trying to validate people being racist and like homophobic and all that shit, because that's fucked up. But that's quite a lot of toxicity comes out, just pure competitiveness.
Fair,
Right.
yeah. Because I'm like, honestly speaking, like thinking about it, I'm like, it really just comes from competitiveness until someone says something racist. You know what I mean? And like, okay, chill. It's not that serious.
So okay, let's just go around. What was everyone's favorite Call of Duty then? Because we haven't really gone past this. Nathan, you said what? Black Ops 1?
One, yeah.
Black Ops 1 for sure as well. Yeah,
Ah,
I love
Everyone
zombies.
say Black Ops 1.
I love
Yeah,
zombies.
so it's the one I
Zombies was a
played
lot
the
of
most.
fun.
I remember, I'm not joking,
Zombies was so fun.
all the maps and what they look like and all the guns.
Okay. Tell me all the maps then.
If I saw them.
Okay, nice.
If I saw them. If I saw them, I swear
If I had
remember.
all the maps, like all the names right here in front of my screen, I could easily tell you all the maps on Black Ops 1.
I can list the most.
Really?
Summit, Array,
Okay.
Jungle, Havana, fuck. It was like WMD was one of them. Yeah, okay, that's it. It stops there.
And to
Okay.
be honest, that's quite
That's pretty good.
amount. Yeah,
It's pretty good.
I knew none of those. I can't lie to you. I just fucking just went in game. I just went in game and that was it. All I knew was Nuketown.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nuketown was so fun. Oh, I love
Nuketown
Nuketown.
was the
I
fucking
still play it
goat,
these
man.
days when they remake it for like every other Call of Duty that comes out.
Oh my god.
I still play it knowing that I am literally gonna punch my monitor at some point, or like get that that level of just anger.
You're like that?
I don't punch my monitor, but I do rage quit quite a lot. Yeah. It's funny because I'm so like it's funny on stream. I'm so like laughs and jokes and chills and like I don't stream Call of Duty. Like I just don't do it because that's like the game that I enjoy to play like off stream.
Just
I
off
don't
stream,
have to
yeah.
worry about chat. I don't have to do like So when I actually play Call of Duty and I can play it like by myself,
You don't have to
like, I don't
put your
need
fake
friends.
persona on.
No, I don't need like my friends. I told you I liked you three before this show started.
I didn't say anything.
If it gets to the end of this,
I was
you guys
peacefully
might,
sat in it. Peacefully.
let me talk. You guys might get less followers. Yeah, I might be unfollowing after the.
You weren't following me in the first place.
Am I not?
Yeah, actually you weren't.
Oh,
Oh my
Like
god!
dead ass. Like dead ass. I'm not even joking. It's like jokes. You're never following me, bro.
No, I'm so sorry. Oh, and
No,
you know,
no, it's all
Blowfish
good, it's all good. Don't
he's been holding on to that. That's been like he's
No,
kept that there
Blowfish
waiting to
Blowfish
just
like
drop
this
it in.
damn,
you know?
Nathan, he just
Fucking
called you out.
idiot.
Nathan, he just called you out.
Hey, I was just speaking facts. I was like,
No
yo, I'm gonna
wonder
follow you
Blowfish
guys. I'm like,
want
bro,
Nathan on the
you've
podcast.
never followed
And
me.
now I
Like,
see why Blowfish is like, yeah, no, Nathan, kick him out. Oh,
Yeah, anyone but
nah,
Nathan.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck this guy. But anyway.
Okay, but go ahead. You continue on your story before I just.
Yeah,
check
sorry,
you
I
really
kind of
quickly.
went
Sorry about that.
tangent.
So,
oh, all good.
someone was
No worries.
self-promoting their Twitch
Yeah.
onto you, and you didn't know. Carry on, Nathan.
I didn't know, so I kind of was like, one day I was just like, let me just go and watch. Started watching, and I actually enjoyed it. Like, I don't know if it was just the person made me feel like so welcome in chat. Was just like, because
Nice.
to them it meant so much coming for me coming across a social media platform to Twitch, because obviously that is quite a hard thing to do. So I started coming by. I was like, I didn't have a PC or a laptop at the time. I used to watch Twitch on my iPad. So I used to watch Twitch on my iPad. That was just me. Like, not mobile, iPad. Like, that was it. Kept coming by. I was there, like, a lot of the streams. And he was like, would you want to be a moderator? And I was like, what's that? I was like, but just to let you know, like, I watch Twitch on an iPad. Like, I can't be sitting there, like, doing all...
Yeah.
But I actually used to mod from my iPad, so I would do shout outs on the iPad, the commands, all that sort of stuff. Like, I just fell in love with being the moderator on Twitch. I don't know what it was, and I had no interest of streaming at that time. There was no thing of like, why don't I stream? Why don't I try this out? I was so content for a year of just being a viewer and just being a moderator. I loved it. And then it got to like a year and I was like, okay, maybe I should give this a go. There was a meet-up that was happening in Birmingham at one of the events. I think it's called Insomnia. It's like Twitch London, but it's Insomnia Gaming Fest. And it's up in Birmingham. And loads of people were going. And I was like, mate, if I'm like investing so much time into that, I've met these people online for the past year and I'm going to actually meet these people face to face. Let me just stream. So I got myself like my PlayStation camera. I was sitting on my bed. And
Nice.
That's cute. That's cute.
I streamed, and then my first stream was on Wi-Fi, so obviously it kept cutting out, like it's not Ethernet. But like I averaged like 150 viewers like on my first stream.
What?
No fucking way!
Yeah.
What?
So
Because you were modding for the other guy.
So because I was modding and I was just chatting in people's streams just from that one person, just like genuinely making friends because I wasn't wanting. I wasn't like, well, if I go into their stream, they're gonna come and watch my stream. I wasn't streaming. Like I just wasn't. So I was just watching people because I genuinely wanted to watch people. And then when it come to me going live, everyone
wanted to come in
came
because they're
by.
friends, right?
Like I was affiliated just after a month. Like I didn't, and that's why I say like people have. So I feel like my Twitch experience of getting affiliated and streaming is just so unique and so different. But sometimes I think I wonder if I had it the harder way of where people just start streaming and it's like, right, I now need to get people to come and watch me. Whereas I kind of, without realizing, put the work in that first year, not planning to. But just like now, like I was only streaming 1 day a week. I stream twice now, and I do just chatting. I was doing horror games to start off with because I started to realize that people like watching me scream and people like watching me get scared. So I kind of was like, well, if that is what people like to watch, then why don't I do it? Like if that's, and I enjoy the horror games. If that is drawing in the audience, let me just, I'll do that. It got to a point where I think I was kind of running out of like horror games as such, and I was like, why don't I just do just chatting? And then now it's like just chatting is like my favorite thing to do.
You're like so different because in the sense that most people like when I started streaming, I fucking like for ages. I don't even think I ever went past the number 3 viewers for like a month, nearly 2 months. Unless it was like people who know me, they leave it in the background. I don't count that. That's unfair. You know what I mean? But like, I didn't for 3 months, like 2-3 months, get past like 5. That's crazy. And you had it different. Would you have rather had it the way you had it, or like have it the way where you have to just start off with nothing and stream for fucking ages on end to make 1 and then 2 then 3?
So I don't know because like I started streaming on like a PlayStation with just like PlayStation camera. I had to then after doing the first stream of Wi-Fi, I was like, I need to get wired connection. Like I can't be doing this. But I've always felt very lucky with my streams. Like 9 times, like I do get people come back, even though I do just chat. And I do wonder if it was different to start off with. Would I have persevered?
I get you.
Because I always say to people, like, I don't call myself big bollocks, it's just, I always say that I'm very lucky and I'm very fortunate, but like,
same.
I see so many people and I'm like, you have got the real determination to stream to 3 viewers each stream and still keep going, like, and but they're in the mindset that they want to make this a full-time job. Whereas I've always been so much, this is my hobby. Right. I will never see myself as a full-time content creator. Now moving into my own place, I've got money. Like money is a thing that I need to make sure that not that I have money. Money is like, I need to make sure I pay my bills.
You're in the medical field.
Yeah,
I need to pay my bills.
If you have too much money, like.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, that is a big it's a worry for me because I have to make sure that
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, Nathan's
I've
got
got
so much money.
full
He's buying stupid shit like vinyls,
Vinyls
bro.
and
Who
shit,
even
yeah.
collects those,
Hey,
right?
what's wrong with vinyl?
Who
I
even
like
collects those, bro?
Vinyls are fucking stupid.
Like, bro, just go
I
on your
even-
go on your
I even-
phone and go on Spotify, bro.
Thank
If
I
you.
even,
use
you
it.
know what? I
Hey,
even
vinyls are
brought my
great, man.
vinyl collection just in case it come up in the podcast, just so I can show people.
Right.
Hey,
You
I
know
love
what I
that
always
shit.
say? People that collect vinyls are stupid. All right,
It makes
guys.
no fucking sense. Yeah, it's like,
Haven't you got a vinyl on your
I know.
wall
I was
seat?
gonna say, Sid. I was like, hey, hold on.
I thought he was
Hold
being
up, hold
serious.
up,
I
no.
think vinyls are pointless. Get Spotify and listen to the song.
Oh,
But I have
fuck no,
Spotify.
vinyls are sick.
That's what
Vinyls are
messes
sick.
with my mind. You know, this one guy. I remember this one guy was like he asked for his wish list. Right, was like 25 movies, and the person who was buying them for them just gave him a fucking Amazon Prime membership and Netflix membership. I was like, thank fuck for that. He was like, why am I spending £20 each per fucking movie? Do you know what I mean? And the vinyls remind me of that. Whatever. I mean, yeah, whatever. I mean, to
You're
each
doing that thing.
whatever.
You're
I
doing
mean,
that
yeah,
thing.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh.
To each their own. You know, like they try. Whatever.
No, vinyls and CDs, I quite like them because sometimes they have like little bits of memorabilia inside them and stuff.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
I do agree
100%.
with that.
That's it. That's my main thing, and it's just something to collect, I guess.
Mm.
Like, hey, just hope just be lucky that it's not some big titty anime doll,
Yeah,
like
right?
and figurines and shit. People be collecting that shit.
Mm.
That's
True.
actually very true, but I've never seen a sex doll. I do want to see one.
Have you not?
Really?
Never seen
I've
one.
seen a lot.
I've never.
I got
Like,
one.
I've seen a lot
Just,
too,
yeah,
bro.
Hong Kong, just in Hong Kong, like they're just out there in the night market.
Have you
I
guys
got
never
one for
thought
my
of maybe
16th
like?
birthday.
Have you ever experienced it? Can I ask you guys this question?
No,
you,
I haven't put my penis inside a sex doll.
Do you know
No,
guys
me
not ever
neither.
wonder? I want to wonder what it
No.
feel like.
No.
One of my housemates for a Secret Santa, one of my housemates bought my other housemate a fleshlight.
Oh
And
That's the
shit.
small one, right?
Like it's fairly big. It was like one side was the woman's genitalia and the other side was the woman's mouth. So it was like
Wow.
depending, you
Dang.
could like turn it around depending on what mood you're in, right? He told me it was terrible. He didn't like it.
That bad, huh?
Like
He's lying.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Like, he didn't like it. He didn't like it, and he watched it. And then for some reason, my other friend was like, "Yo, you mind if I take that home?" And we're like, "What the fuck, you weirdo!"
That's weird.
And we physically had to say, "No, you can't take it home." He's like, "I don't mind. I'll wash it." Everything. He
Oh
was like,
yeah,
he
he's
was like,
taking someone else's. Some. I just deeped it.
someone
Yeah, 'cause
else's.
I'm like,
Yes.
bro, that's so gross.
Hey, I mean, look, man.
It's like I just want to try it. It's like I just want to try it, but I don't want to buy a new one. And we're like, "Nah, that's nasty. That's nasty. There's no way."
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd rather just get a new one, honestly.
Oh, by the way, okay. You said the person that was actually initially self-promoting and you eventually became a mod for them. Are they still streaming? Do you still talk to them?
Yeah, so I'm really good friends with them. So that's what 4 years now.
What did they add?
And I still speak to them. They took some time off, but they was going for partner level. So
Partner level,
excuse me.
okay.
Yeah, so they average, I would say, probably between 40 and the 75 mark.
That's crazy.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
No, that's good. That's good. That's
You know,
because when you said 150 people on your first stream, that's
insane, isn't it? You know when
wild.
Nathan was saying that, oh, if you
That's
start off
wild.
with nothing, you become more like mentally resilient shit. Fuck, I wish I had 150.
Honestly
Nah.
speaking,
Shit, I want
I
it
wish
tomorrow.
too.
My dream is to get
No,
like
no, I
raided
feel-
by 10,000. Oh my god, imagine that.
what?
Spirit,
And
mate.
none of them follow you.
I know, right?
None of them
That,
follow
that
you.
happens.
No,
that
this
happens
guy's
a
too
lot.
loud.
You gotta have the mentality there. If 10,000 raid you, at least 10% stay, right?
At
That's
least
1,000.
10%.
At least 10%, yeah.
At least 10% is a realistic
That's
number.
Yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
100%.
So then to have 1,000 viewers, that's it, guys. I'm gonna cut all of you off. I'll be like, who's Seven Thugs? Who's Blowfish Man? Nathan, I won't forget you. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, because you use me for content anyway. So
I
that's
know,
what you're
right?
doing.
God.
And Nathan makes good TikTok.
Have you guys been seeing Hash's TikToks? Bro, Hash posts fake TikToks.
He does.
He makes skits
I've
and
seen it.
posts fake TikToks with views, and he
You are
doesn't
such
bang.
a little snake.
Yeah, and they don't even bang.
You're such a little
Oh,
snake.
Lord.
Do you know the Seven Thugs, right? He had one TikTok recently where he's had like how many likes? I know you check it every 5
You
seconds.
had like
right?
22k,
It's like
2.2k.
2.5k. Like
2.5, something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
It's-
Yeah? Motherfucker started
Who
TikTok by
knows,
saying,
you know,
he
like
started-
numbers, number. Who cares about numbers?
He started TikTok by saying, "My Valentine's rejected me." Fuck off! There was no one. There was no
clickbait.
one.
I knew that was fucking clickbait.
Listen,
when I saw,
there was
like,
no
Sid.
one.
Okay, listen. It wasn't actually clickbait because I actually did have someone that I was gonna go on a date with.
What, last
right?
year?
But she didn't cancel. She didn't cancel on the day. She canceled like a month in advance.
Yeah, it's
Because
such a
we kind of had an
bot, bro.
argument. We kind of had an
Such a
argument, and
bot.
I tried to give it to my mom. I was gonna take my mom on that dinner instead.
Oh, you're
Oh,
trying to
but
be
she
a
had
great
to go-
person. I'm telling you,
She
guys.
had to go. She had
You
to
know
go.
what?
She had to go. Go to the dentist. She had to get her teeth checked in and everything. So I was like, "Fuck, I don't have anyone to go with," and I couldn't take my grandparents because they're too old, and I didn't feel comfortable taking them to London, making them walk around and stuff like that.
I mean, you didn't ask me.
And so I just took my best friend. I just took Lennox.
Yeah, you didn't ask us, by the way, guys. Nathan,
I
we
know.
You
were
wouldn't
like-
go. You don't meet up with anyone anyway. So shut your mouth.
Nathan.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna call
Don't-
Nathan now. You know you didn't follow Blowfish earlier. I've been trying to meet up with Nathan for about 3 months now. 4 or 5 months. And this man-
I mean,
I
I've
hate
already
this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Thank you so much for bringing this up, Hash.
Thank you.
One reason I hate Hash.
What the fuck?
One reason why I hate Hash.
I had a feeling it was coming. Like,
This guy, the amount of times he's promised people that me and him are gonna meet them, and he doesn't tell me about it. He doesn't ask me about it.
and
know
you guys are like
Nathan-
close friends.
No,
Oh,
no. You know Nathan. I was on Nathan's stream one time, right? And Nathan went, "Oh, did Hash tell you? Apparently you, me, Jenny, we're gonna meet up in London." And I was like, "Oh Lord!" I was like, "When?" he's like, "Yeah." He said you guys had it sorted out and everything. We're gonna go this time. We're gonna go do this. We're gonna do that. I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." Check with Hash. Hash, did you forget to tell me something? Like something involving Nathan and Jenny? And he goes, I don't think so. I don't know anything what you're talking about. I was like, so what about the supposed time when we're supposed to meet? Around next month. And it's like, oh yeah, I forgot to ask you. And just goes about like it's nothing.
Yeah, that's called
He's made
inclusivity.
plans. He's made
Diversity
plans.
and inclusiveness, guys. I include
Especially with
everyone.
Jenny, especially with Jenny, probably crying. He's made plans to meet up with Jenny so many times, including me. All right, even going as far as going Winter Wonderland. Right, he made plans to go Winter Wonderland with Jenny. Right, and me. But he didn't tell me until like a week before we were supposed to go. Right, and Jenny was like, "Oh, did Hash tell you like how you getting there and stuff like that?" And I was like, I don't fucking know anything about it. And I was like, okay, you know what? Fine. I'll like these days I'm free because I was very busy during December. These days I'm free. We can go on this day, and we sorted it out like about a week before, right? And this guy all of a sudden goes, "Oh yeah, Puna's coming as well."
Yeah.
feels sad, man.
So these two can just go on their little date, right? Him and Puna was just,
No,
going,
but
just go on a
that's
little
not
date.
how
And
it
me
is.
and Jenny, I'm like, "Yo, what's up, Jenny? How you doing?" What
No,
you
no,
saying?
I swear, listen, guys. Look, guys. When me and Bunam are anywhere together, right? We know that we're not a couple at that day. That day we're just friends. Do you know what I mean? That there's none of that couple shit. I hate PDA. I swear to God.
This
I've
guy's
never-
lying.
What do you
bro.
mean? I don't do PDA.
You're
I swear,
lying.
bro. I swear, I've never ever did PDA. I hate it. I just don't vibe with it. But I really want to meet Nathan in person, but he keeps on rejecting me. Whatever. I don't want to bring it up, but
That eye roll.
it's something. It's been like in my mind for a while now, and like I didn't want to call him out on it. But yeah, he doesn't.
One time
even-
I'm out in London, I'll just see Nathan. I know it'll just happen.
You just take a photo with him and send it to Hash. Just
Yeah.
do that.
Nathan,
Yeah.
Nathan, how tall are you?
Just under tall.
5'4", 5'3". You're like Sid
So
size.
just under tall. So you know you got like tall, where like people are like 6 foot and whatnot.
Like
You've
me.
got like you've got the category of like under tall. So anybody else underneath that, I'm in that big category.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I get that. That's like all of you here. Blowfish, you're above 6, isn't it? You're 6'1", 6'1".
No, just 6.
I'm 6'1".
Just
That's
like straight up
crazy.
6'3".
Me and Blowfish are tall. It
Hey.
is what it is, man. Can't relate to short motherfuckers.
What's wrong with being short?
Short.
What's good about? Listen, there's no benefits of being short, bar you can fit in a small hole. That's it.
You know, taller
There's
people
no
die
benefit.
quicker.
Yeah, because
You know what?
we're like
You know,
we're
yeah,
at the
that's true.
forefront.
That's true.
Taller
Sid.
people die quicker. They also have bad knee pains.
They
They
do.
also have bad.
Look at how many like NBA
bolts
stars
and
like
shit,
suffer from
yeah.
knee pain and all that. You know.
So I'll gladly take this shit, bro. I'll gladly take this. Okay, moving on to the next question because we've introduced Nathan. Now, the main thing is work-life balance. I know Blowfish wanted to really know about this because Blowfish is the only guy with a 9 to, or not even a 9 to 5 job. He's the only guy with like a real job, right? How do you deal with a work-life balance, Nathan? How you don't do shit? You just sit behind your
included in
fucking
that
screen.
statement?
Sorry?
Was I included in that statement?
What do you mean?
You said Blowfish is the only one with a 9 to 5 job. That's a
No,
proper
out
job.
of us three. Me,
Oh,
Hash, and...
apologies. I got really
No,
defensive.
I'm asking
then.
you the question about your
Okay.
your
Sorry,
job.
Sid.
I work
Sorry.
Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. What the fuck? I just got.
No,
Hash,
fucking
you might
Hash.
go to work, but you don't do work. That's the
What
problem
the
with you.
I get that. I can see that happening too.
This guy literally plays League of Legends while he's at work.
I'd be super sad. That would be super
This guy
funny.
nearly got fired like 7 times for playing League of Legends.
League of
and he's
Legends,
still
yeah.
Oh, is that what that
What?
situation was about, Hash?
Yeah, League of Legends, yeah. That's what it was.
For me, like work-life balance.
Is it? Are you open to sharing your occupation?
Oh yeah, I don't care. I preach it. I looked out of my window for the last 2 years, and I expected to see everybody clapping out their doorstep every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock for me. You know, I walk out, go and put my bins out at 6:59. Everyone walks outside their house clapping for the NHS, and I'm like, oh, thank you, You know, like
they don't want to. You know, they don't want to fucking raise the pay. You know.
No, don't get me started. But yeah, I work for IT in the NHS. I used to work last year. I left my job. I was in a department that was processing referrals for children.
The NHS.
Now I do, yeah.
Are you a nurse, or were you a nurse?
No, then I've always been.
Why does it say on my sheet Nathan is a nurse?
Because Blowfish was calling me a nurse.
I thought you were.
No, I kept telling you that I'm admin, and then you kept calling me a nurse. No, I was like, I'm not.
No, because I specifically remember.
Me.
That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't ask you, Nathan. How's it like being a nurse? Because I knew you weren't a nurse.
No,
but it just says on the sheet it's like Nathan is a nurse.
That's on me. That's on me.
But you know what though? I will say this: any job in the NHS, as obviously you guys can imagine, the last 2 years has been pretty shit. You could be working in IT, you could be working in A&E. It has been dog shit. Like honest, it's been awful.
Mad hectic. Mad hectic.
Do you know what? It's not even just that. It's just so I have a love-hate relationship with the general public. So I love them sometimes, and then sometimes I don't like them. One thing I did notice, not just the general public, just humans in general. So when the pandemic started, the job that I was in at the time was dealing with children that were getting diagnosed for autism. So you dealt a lot with like the families, and they were chasing up their appointment. Why have I waited 6 months? You know, like, at the beginning of the pandemic and maybe like the first year, don't worry, it's fine. I totally get the pressure you're under. You know, I understand that you guys are under so much. Literally, as soon as the door started opening and everybody was allowed to start going back out, people complain again about the NHS that they wait so long for, and it's like, how have you literally just quickly switched your mentality back to the negative way that it used to be? And like the healthcare, we're lucky to have it. So shut up moaning. Like I get so annoyed.
Free healthcare as well.
Yeah,
like, let's be honest, free healthcare, and we're fucking bitching about it.
I get so annoyed, but like it has been tough. But now, maintaining like the work balance, I have a lot of me time. So like, I will come home from work, and if I don't want to go on my PC, I won't go on my PC. If I want to go and watch Netflix for the rest of the evening, I do that. If I want to go and see friends, I'll go and see friends. If I don't, I don't. I've kind of make sure that I look after me first, because I definitely, the first year of the pandemic, didn't. I was investing so much into others. And I said it briefly on Hash's stream, like one of my flaws I always say is that I expect too much from people. And that doesn't mean that I expect like presents. Like I don't expect you to send me something, but I was expecting too much of people, what I perceive that people should be like. And I've come to the realization that there are shitty people in the world, and not everyone is as nice as what you would hope. So now if I want to go and have a nap, I go and have a nap. If I want to go and do this, I go and do it. If I want to start collecting vinyls and spend £25 per vinyl
I don't know about
rather
that
than
one,
put
but
it in a
You
savings
spent
point.
like 90 something for Rihanna's one, no?
Okay, yeah, but that's her though. Like,
Hey, man,
that's
a
her
vinyl's a
now.
You know
vinyl,
she's
man.
pregnant, Nathan. You know she's pregnant.
Is she?
Yeah, you know Rihanna's pregnant. I don't know if you know.
Oh.
But
You know, she
I
gave
keep up
birth
to-
the other day, Hash.
What?
Yeah, she gave birth.
Already?
Yes.
What
Did
the
you not
fuck?
know?
No, I haven't
Wait,
seen
you
the
didn't
shit.
know?
I
Did
thought-
you not see the post?
All I know
Yes.
is it's ASAP Rocky.
But did you not see the photo of the baby?
The child is not ASAP Rocky.
No, you dickhead. I mean the father. The father is ASAP Rocky. I'm so confused. I didn't see it. I
You
haven't
had
seen
to
it
specify.
yet.
Have you not? Oh, the baby's really cute.
You haven't seen the Bible.
Does it have a big forehead?
Okay, do you know
Okay,
what?
let's
Don't
just-
even get me started
Guys,
when you're
oh
talking.
god. Ash just wants to start a war because Nathan is a huge Rihanna fan. The moment he says,
I
yo, she has a big forehead, he
just
goes
gonna
off.
I was gonna get a photo of Hash. I was gonna get a lovely photo of Hash and just go, sorry, what? I mean, it did make your YouTube shorts go viral, so I'm more than happy to do it again.
Very
He's got a
true, very
point.
true,
Okay.
very
He's got a
true,
point.
very true.
So Blowfish, with how Nathan said his work-life balance is there some like similarities? Is there like some questions you want to ask about it? Because this was a question that you were most curious
Yeah.
with, right?
Honestly speaking, yeah, like there are some similarities, but I think I do much less self-care than Nathan, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mhm.
I'm trying to put that into practice for this year.
You
'cause
don't
I'm like,
snuggle
yeah,
up in a what is that? Hoodie?
Snooty.
No,
Call
I
it a
don't.
snooty,
I
but
wish.
people call it a
Snooty.
nudie.
Snooty.
I mean, I
I think
snuggle
it's
up in a
a
fucking
hoodie,
robe. But yeah, seriously speaking, yeah. Well, I'm like that because I was wondering, Nathan. I'm like, yeah, you're sort of in the medical field, so I would expect you during, especially this time, to work super long hours. Because Lord knows my brother does, and sometimes he works like 12-hour shifts, and he's not even like a fucking nurse or anything. He's also kind of in that same category of an.
Nathan's not nurse either.
That's the thing. I know. Like that's what I mean, right? Like he's in that same category as Nathan, as in like he's sort of an
Oh, you know
admin,
what's
but he's
funny?
also
Wait,
not. You know what I mean?
I'm so
What's
sorry.
up?
You know what's funny? I remember Nathan told us when we were on call. He said, "I'm working from home tomorrow." If he was a nurse, how the fuck would he be working
I was
from
like,
home?
Yeah, that's fair. I was like, that kind of skipped my mind. My bad. But yeah, no, like it's
That's why
there's,
you
like,
didn't get your follow,
something
Blowfish.
similar.
You just have
That's
to
probably
listen
why.
sometimes.
Yep.
man.
You know what? Fair. Yeah. Honestly speaking, there are some similarities. Like I do take my naps when I can, whenever I can. But I should also like learn that hey, it's okay to just step back once in a while, go for a walk,
Mhm.
play some video games, go see people. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I was super curious to see how similar it was and just like how he handles it with like all the shit that I just heard. I can imagine how stressful days can get for you, Nathan. Like God. But yeah, that was my question.
Stressful? What? He streams 2 days a week. Where's the stress?
Oh no, I'm talking about his actual
I just,
job.
just before we obviously go back to Hash, because obviously he wants to talk because he just butted in.
Yeah.
Having a stressful job and then having to watch somebody like Hash,
It's the
you
best
can
thing ever.
understand why. You can
Best thing
understand
ever.
why I take my mental breaks, and I enjoy watching Fugs' stream because I get to
Thank you very
relax, I get to unwind, and I got listen to look at. I don't even know where he is on the screen. Is he up in the corner? Up in the corner.
That way,
He's
that
up
way.
Look
in
at
the
him. No,
Yes.
you're up in the.
Me, I'm that
this
way.
way. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, do you know what? I get confused. But it's so exhausting. It's so exhausting. So definitely do self care.
Yeah,
I
agree.
can understand that.
But you know,
No, I think that's simple. Sorry.
but I mean, 2 days a week. I don't really know how that's hard to do. Whatever. But I Sid forgot that I also work full time. I guess so Monday to Friday,
You
whatever.
don't.
What the
You
fuck?
don't.
I
You
mean,
don't.
so obviously it's
Is
guys,
that a job or is that placement?
placement. Placement. But it's a job. It's a job. Like my job title is like what I mean. It's there. But basically, all I'm saying is like, guys,
You're a placement. It's not a full time job.
it is a full-time job. What do you mean? I'm so it's like a program. Do you know what I mean? So it counts. It's the business program.
Okay, so you don't have a job, you have a program.
Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, well, I mean, work-life balance and shit. If we're talking about it, I mean, I work 5 days a week, stream 6 days a week.
If you work 5 days a week, I think yelling into a microphone is also not that hard to do for stream 5 days a week as well.
What? My streams are so crazy. Honestly, the stuff I do on stream is crazy. Like, honestly, guys, I really go out of my way to do the most
What
extravagant
did you do? Did you shake
shit.
ass?
Yeah, man. Honestly, I'm dancing on it and shit. Like,
Okay.
sometimes, yeah, like fireworks and shit. It's crazy. Like, yeah, honestly, like
Fireworks.
Yeah,
Fireworks.
my budget per stream is like £1,000. Like, it's pretty big.
Yeah, that's why you work the 9 to 5. Okay.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like, okay, on a genuine though, you know, one thing my brother-in-law said to me the other day. I got big eye bags. Yeah, I accept it. But he went, Hash, I don't know what it is, but like over the last month I've looked at you, your eye bags have gone bad, like doubled. I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? He was like, yeah, they just doubled. He was like, they were bad before. Don't get it twisted. You always look like a panda. But he was like, now it's like doubled. I was like, what? But I think it's because I don't think I'd sleep less because I don't feel. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel tired and shit. But I feel maybe I need to sleep more than what I know. Does that? I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I don't even know how you fix it. But like,
how much do you sleep?
Yeah, out of like curiosity, I'm curious about that too.
Probably on average, like 5-6 hours. That's right, isn't it? That's the right amount.
It's not.
That's the right amount.
That's more than I thought. I'll be honest. That's
You're
a lot more
supposed to
than
get
I
like somewhere like 6.5,
6 to 8,
six to eight, something like
But
that.
my sleeping is weird. I go like 2 days on low sleep, and then like the third day I crash for like 10 hours. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yeah. Like,
Ash, I've got a question for you.
yeah.
So you said that you stream 6 days a week.
Yeah.
This is
Okay,
just
okay.
me actually like
Oh,
just
yeah.
being like genuinely interested. It's not a hidden motive. Have you ever thought about reducing the amount you stream? So whether you just went down to 4 days a week or 3 days a week, right? If you let's say 4 because you do 6, right? I've always been under the impression you don't need to stream 6 days a week. Somebody on Twitch does not need to. Who is working Monday to Friday, who does that, mentally it is not the best thing to stream 6 days a week, because if you are wanting to make this like a full-time job, I don't know what your goals are. Streaming on Twitch, I know you upload onto other socials, but do you watch other Twitch streamers? Do you go onto like the just chatting category and see just chatting people and just getting a vibe of what people are saying hello to people, not telling anybody that you stream, but just having a chit chat? Because I only stream 2 days a week, right? And I know I could probably go to 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I would never do 6 days a week. Because I like having my own time. So I know that I do 2 days a week, so I have plenty of days that I can go do stuff. But how do you juggle streaming 6 days a week, having a relationship, friends, and work, as well as family? Like, that is not good for you to have like 5 hours of sleep on average. If you streamed less, there would be more time slots that you could fit into some of the stuff that you maybe do late, right? Have you ever thought about it?
Yeah. So like in my mind,
I agree with Nathan.
No, I agree. I've had, so like, I remember, I think it was one of my siblings who was like, oh yeah, you should stream less days and all that stuff. But the way, okay, so like in general, my schedule is this, right? On a normal day. So I wake up at, let's say, 8:30, I do work, finish at, let's say, 5, right? Then I have a couple hours to eat, do whatever, and then 8:30 I start streaming, 2 hours on average, 2-3 hours, whatever. Finish, let's say, 11:30, and then I go gym, and then after gym I'll spend an hour or two talking to people, fuck all, you know, on your phone, doing nothing, basically, nothing crazy, just relaxing, and then I'll repeat it. But I know I could potentially reduce the days, and it wouldn't impact anything. Like, I don't think it would impact the amount of people that watch me or anything Twitch related, right? I don't think I would lose people if I stream 4 days a week over 6. Do you know what I mean? Well, I think so anyway. But I kid you not, I really enjoy it. I can't explain it, man. Like, it's really weirdly said. Like, I remember I told you yesterday I had a really basically I slept like 2 hours because basically I slept late. And then in the morning, I went somewhere with my friends. We went this like exercise walk thing. It was just fun. It was to see the sunrise and all that shit, right? Really fun and stuff. But that day also, like, I was driving back and I was like, I'm so tired. But then I was like, I can't wait to stream. I really enjoy it. And there's this one streamer who they all hate on because he's toxic. His name is XQC. I look up to because that man, there was a stat that came out about him. For the last 6 years, he's only missed 85 days. That's in the last 6 years. And that motherfucker streams a day. Do you know what I mean? He streams 4 or 5 hours consistently. So like, that shit motivates me. I'm like, yeah, I want to be like you know? Like, and I want to make it full time. Like, in my mind, it's like this. I'm working harder right now, so I will be happy to do so for the next 3, 4, 5 years. And then if I had a base where, like, you know how, like, big streamers can do fuck all? They can literally just say hello and, like, they got thousands of viewers. They can literally just sit there and watch a video or a movie or some shit, and they don't even have to talk. But because they've got such a fan base, people just watch them, right? If I get to that state, that's when I'll cut and I'll be like, all right, I'm not gonna do 6 days anymore. I'm gonna do 4 days. I'm gonna go on holidays and shit. You know, I'm gonna do other things. But at the moment, in my mind, it's like, if you work harder today, Hash, like, and teach yourself it's okay to do so, then in 4 to 5 years, fingers crossed, it's only been a year and a half, right? In 4 to 5 years, it just makes it better. I don't know, like, I don't have an answer for you, but it feels good. I enjoy what I do. Honestly, like, I'm not even saying in a cringy way. I really enjoy sitting there playing the game and talking to people. It doesn't drain me out. You know, sometimes you can even ask them. My little brother's in the same room as me as I stream. Sometimes, right, before I start, like 20 before, I'm fucking sleeping. I'm taking a 20-minute nap before I start streaming. I swear, I'm like this. But then as soon as I'm in it, I love it. I forget I'm tired. I forget everything. I'm shouting. I'm having the time of my life. So maybe it's that. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I think it's those reasons to why I do it. You know, like why I do 6 days a week, etc., etc. Maybe because I'm just built different as well, you know. Maybe this is a part of me.
No, I mean, that's respectable.
Yeah,
That's
No,
respectable.
I
Like,
respect
it's a
it,
good
though,
way of
seriously
thinking of it,
speaking.
right?
Yep.
Um,
100%.
So what
Shit.
Sabis, that's one thing. When will I stop? If I can average 1,000 viewers, then I will lower my schedule.
1,000.
Hold on. Are you definitely like you're not gonna lower your schedule before 1,000 viewers?
No.
Okay.
3 days, 1 day off. I'll stick to it. It's
I want to get in a call with you, just me and you,
about 3 days, 1 day off.
and talk about streaming and stuff like that. Not to try and check, because at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do regardless what I tell you. But
100%.
I think you do need to have devil's advocate with the other side of streaming.
Yeah, bro. Just stream like 2 times in 15 days. It's fine. Like,
Oh, yeah,
take a break.
Sid,
Take a
oh
break,
Lord.
bro. Like,
I had a
it's not
feeling
that
Sid was
deep.
going to come in.
I tried to say it earlier, but Hash was kind of letting it out, and I didn't want to cut him off then because it's actually quite nice to hear. It's
No.
respectable, and it kind of shows everything. Like that's like I'm glad you feel that way, Hash. But
Yeah, but like
this,
like, do you know, just, I don't know, like, maybe because, like, you know, sorry. One thing, right, basically, before I started streaming, I used to do YouTube, right? And I uploaded about 6, 7, 8 videos on some stupid League of Legends, a game called Mobile Legends. It's like a League of Legends copy on phone, etc., etc. And, like, it was fun, but I found it hard to be, like, fun or entertaining or whatever on it. When you record yourself, it's just weird. I don't know how people do it. I don't have the talent for it, right? Live is way easier, in my opinion, than fucking,
Really?
yeah, than recording.
I
I don't know
agree with
how
that.
people do that. It's fucking weird to me. You know what I mean? Because my human.
I think it's the talent in itself, though, right? Because like you're good at communicating with people, which is why you find live so much more
Yeah.
better because you have a way of interacting with people. It's easier. I feel like it's also a talent that certain people won't have, right? Like say certain YouTubers and stuff like that, they might make some like insane video, but they might not be able to interact with people head to head kind of thing. It's just like a difference in itself. I feel like both is respectable. Both is like you can look at one side and be like, oh my god, that side I find easier than that side, depending on the person they are, right? Like you could have a very antisocial like YouTuber that's like really, you know, like really can't talk to people, but they might make like amazing like violin like videos and stuff like that. I don't know. They might have like really good editing, or they might have very good comedic timing in terms of the editing and know what to put things, right? I mean, I guess each to their own, right? Like you're good at interacting with people. I mean, all of us here, we're good at interacting with people. We know how to like, you know, make the most out of everything that comes into stream. Any new scenario that comes into stream, you know how to like just make a quick, funny moment in stream, so it's entertaining, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. I'm talented as fuck. Like, I didn't think of it like that, but maybe it's just like yeah, I guess, you know, whatever, talent. But basically,
Okay. It's turned into a fucking hash show, like every other episode.
Well,
is,
I
right?
was the guest. Am I not the guest?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
No, Nathan, what
It's
the hell's going on?
always hash. It needs to be on my channel. It needs to have my name. needs to have my TikTok, needs to follow my Instagram.
Right. I
My
like that.
just
I
smash
like
that.
that before you said your TikTok. Can you stop bringing up that video? Right?
I didn't even bring up that video. I was talking about hash.
No, you said on my channel with my TikTok.
He's right.
No,
Which is
no,
talking
that's
about
me
your TikTok,
talking about
yeah?
hash. Me talking about hash because the
oh,
podcast is on Hash's channel.
Oh, I thought you were saying about if we go to yours because then it can be on your TikTok, and I thought
No.
it's about his TikTok.
Did you know that Sid's got over 2,500 likes on one of his TikToks?
Oh my
I don't know
God,
if you guys
he
noticed.
brought up
It's kind of
earlier.
crazy, yeah. It's kind of
This was
crazy.
brought up
He's
earlier,
killing
guys.
it.
I don't even say shit. But okay, back to what we were going for. Talking about growth. How long did you say you were streaming for, Nathan?
I started in 2000. I want to say 2019. Yeah, it was before lockdown.
19.
So
So
it was
about
19.
19, so
So about
3 years ago?
So is it
2
3 years now?
years?
2,
2 years,
3
3
years?
years?
It was like
Depends where
halfway
you
through
start.
2019, I think.
So nearly 3 years. Nearly 3
Yeah,
years. then.
nearly 3 years.
So
yeah.
I want to know. What I want to know is about your growth with streaming and also outside of streaming. Just as a human being, your growth in the past. Let's say streaming wise, of course, it'd be like the past, 2.5, 3 years. But 5 years ago, who was the person 5 years ago? Nathan Robinson, and this is actually pretty good because right behind Blowfish Man is a little
It's so
somebody.
cute, right? Look at it. It's the same room. It's the same room. That's what's
Literally the
crazy.
same room.
Look at the room. The room's had a
But
glow.
you
up.
know, this is not. That's not even a year old yet. It's coming up close. That's coming. I think it's a year old in May. I want to say maybe like 3 weeks. That's when that was my first stream of when I moved into this place. Yeah.
That's cute. And I love the room you're in right now. I like how you just changed. Look
It's
at this.
nice.
It's the same fucking room.
It looks
Is that not
really
crazy?
cute.
I can
It
get
looks
up,
really
hold on.
cute. It looks
Yeah.
really cute.
The glow up is
He's
really
made
nice.
the most of their space, of the space that's there. He's got the lights in the side, the dick, and then he's got.
He should be like an interior
posters.
designer.
I didn't want to say
that's
anything
cool.
about that. I didn't want
Do
to
you
say
know
anything
what?
about that.
You can tell that I played Sims growing up, can't you? Because like, I love.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
The
I
interior
love.
decorating
Yeah,
space. I like it.
it's
I've
my
actually
space.
never played Sims in my life.
Do you not?
Never
It's
say.
Never
really
even
good.
touched
Never
it.
plays it.
I've played, but
I've met
didn't do
someone
anything.
recently, and like, she doesn't care anything about video games except Sims. She's got like all of the expansion packs
Yeah.
on Sims 4, right? But I
Damn.
was like, how the fuck do you not like video games, but you just like die hard for this one game?
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm
like
actually
those
kind of
fuckers who play,
interested.
Animal Crossing, the deadest game on this planet, and fucking people run around and love it.
I think there'll be some like some fun stuff on Animal Crossing.
I
could
played
be,
it
yeah.
once, and I thought,
Yeah, how
what do you
fun-
do? Just run around and just fish.
I mean, you can make your own house and fish.
I mean,
and
you
I don't
collect
know.
shit as well, I guess,
You can
right?
collect shit. You do collect shit. Funny enough.
Yeah, you do collect shit. You get like the big fishes and stuff, and like
Yeah, and the
It's not a
fossils and
show
all
off.
that, and
Nathan, do you
Lots of
feel
collecting.
that streaming has changed you as a person? Do you feel like
Yeah,
Nathan in first year
yeah.
is different to Nathan in third year? Do you know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah,
That's
I was gone. Did you say something?
Hustle.
Oh, I had like I still remember my first stream. I was sitting there.
There's all the
when I'm-
slurs
When
coming
I'm
out.
nervous,
Fucking dirty.
when I'm nervous, I get a really sweaty top lip. Like it's just one of my body things. Just get a sweaty top lip.
How?
And I remember, I don't know, and I just remember sitting there on my first stream, and I think there's probably a clip that I'll be able to find, and I'm like, oh, I've got a sweaty top lip, or something like that, like, and I was just so, like, I was sitting on my bed, like, just like, no, I was not relaxed, I was not chatty, I was so nervous. And like streaming has made me so much more confident. I speak up if I'm not happy. Like the last job that I was in, they denied me like working from home from the pandemic, and the reasons were bollocks. Like it still makes me angry if even talking about it. And
Let's talk about it.
I left.
What was the reason?
So they said that we needed 50% was not enough staff on. There was 4 of us, and they said we all need to be on site, not 50. And we was like, well, say for instance I'm on leave, the person that I'm paired with who's working from home has to come on site. It's a compromise we make, just so you've got 50% of staff on site. They were like, no, they don't trust the words. They don't trust us to work from home because they don't think we will work.
Okay, that's stupid.
That is really dumb.
Right. So as soon as I heard that,
the job gets done, right?
so as soon as I heard we don't trust you, I went, I need out of this job. And before I used to sit in a job and I would just let people walk over me. I'd let people talk to me shit. You know what I mean? Like I've worked in McDonald's and KFC. Like it can't get any more the way that people speak to you in that sort of fast food industry. They were really harsh, and I was just like, when I heard we don't trust you. And I went, do you know how you've literally just made me feel? Like I said this in the meeting, ain't it? I don't care. I said to the manager, I was like, do you not realise how that's just, you have literally just made me feel? She went, but it's not, it's a luxury to work. I went, it's a pandemic. I do admin work. I am not a doctor. Sorry, Blowfish. I'm not a nurse. I am admin. I don't deal with patients, right? My job is via phone and email. Why do I have to sit here when everyone else in the office has remote access? Out of a building of close to 100 people, 4 of us did not have remote access because they said that they didn't trust us. And that's my manager telling me that. If my manager tells me they don't trust me, and I said, you can't take it personal. I said, whether you don't trust my colleague, whether you don't trust 2 of us, 3 of us, 4 of us, I will take that personal, because at the end of the day, if somebody in the team is not pulling their weight, you pull them up. Why am I being sacrificed for that option to work from home during a pandemic? It shouldn't be whether you trust us or not. It's a pandemic. You're supposed to work from home, regardless what job, unless your job can't let you work from home as in the role.
I mean, especially as an admin, like honestly, as an admin, like you could just do that from home, right? It's literally just as simple as being a mod on someone's Twitch channel, right?
So I spoke up so much, and I was like, I'm not having this. I was like, I am leaving this job in 6 months. I went, I'm leaving this job. I'm leaving this job in 6 months.
Why in 6 months? Because the contract?
That's the time that I gave myself. I went, within 6 months, I need to
within 6 months.
Yeah.
I thought you said
sorry.
Oh, you said 6 months? That's how long I've put up with your shit.
So that happened, and
there's people that are like, I'm leaving right now. I can't handle this.
So I was like,
it's like 6 months.
Well, because I wasn't living at home, and I spoke to my mum and dad about it recently, and they said if I was living at home, they would have supported me handing in my notice without having a job ready to go into. Yeah. Because they knew how mentally I was
stressed,
affected. I really went into a slump, and before I used to shut up and not talk about feelings and whatnot, but I literally turned around and said to my manager, this job has made me miserable. This job, and because, do you know what? I am smart with my words, right? Who's in charge of your working environment to make it good and make it suited for your needs? Who is in charge of the members of staff of the team? The manager. So I wouldn't say directly to her, it's your fault, it's your problem, it's your this. I would say, this job has made me miserable, because I know deep down you're in charge of making this job atmosphere the best it should be. And if members of staff don't make it the way it should be, as a manager, you get paid to sort that out and make it a working environment. I applied for 6 jobs. I got 5 interviews. I got the job that I'm in now was the first interview, and it was the highest paid one, and progression wise it was the best one for me. Got my interview, got the call back the next day, typed my letter, sent it to her. I went, thank you very much, 4 weeks notice, because with NHS you have to give 4 weeks notice. I went, thank you very much, 4 weeks notice, thank fuck, I am out of here. And I said that in the open office. She heard me, and everyone was so happy for me, because you know what, like people sit in your jobs and you're comfortable, you're like, oh, can't be bothered for work, oh, this job's really getting me down, I don't like this job, and they do nothing. They just sit there because it's comfortable. But that was, and I would say streaming has definitely helped me speak up. Like if I'm not happy about something, that was a prime example. I think if 5 years ago this happened, I would have just sat there and just been like, oh, okay, well the manager said no. Bollocks, if the manager says I can't work from home in a pandemic, what a shitty person you really are. You know? So now I'm like, If I'm not happy with something, I speak up in this job. If somebody tries talking to me rudely on the phone, I turn around and say, I don't appreciate you talking to me like this. If you're going to be like this, I'm terminating this call. I'm so, like, on job with making work don't affect me mentally. And like I said, streaming is always the escapism, because if I have a shit day or if work does piss me off, I know that I can stream on the Tuesday or the Thursday, and people will be taking the piss out of my singing. They'll be taking like, people will make me laugh and they will make me smile, and I'll have laughs, you know. So it's kind of that really, streaming has helped me so much, so much.
Yeah, I mean, people don't take the piss out of singing. People fucking give you respect for it all the time. I hate this, by the way. Man sings, right, with some Alvin and Chipmunks in the background because he's scared of, like, fucking copyright or some shit. And then everyone's like, wow, he's so good. Everyone's like, he's so good.
They lighten up on the whole copyright thing, I think. Like, it's like...
So,
I heard about that.
I'll be honest with you. I can tell you the reason. I can tell you the reason why I am I'm so cautious with Twitch regulations, because I actually got a 7-day suspension from Twitch.
No way.
Whoa.
Wait, for what?
Yeah.
Really?
So somebody obviously spam reported me because I had a giveaway on stream, and it was giving away merch, and obviously people didn't win, like, you know.
Yeah.
I will never know who it was, because I appealed it, and they never got back to me, because the 7
Twitch
days
is really bad for that, by the way.
The 7 days.
That's why a lot of
done.
streamers are like leaving Twitch onto like different platforms.
So I am so cautious with music, and I know it's funny because it is like a little thing. It's like, why is he playing Alvin and the Chipmunks DMCA version of the song? Why doesn't he just play the song? And it's because I just have to be so careful, because I love streaming, and I would never want my channel to go away. And I'm so angry with what happened, because it was piss poor. And like, I put it, because I'm very active on Twitter, and I've got friends that are partners. I've got, you know, not being big-headed, like, I do have friends that are partners. And I put it on my tweet, and like, they was just respond, and I added Twitch in it, and I had people respond to me. I had people message me directly. Partners was like, you are not the first person to happen this. Somebody else has had this as well recently. Like, please don't. And you just think, like, just taken away from you when I'm not being funny. I'm not a shitty person. Like, I'm a nice person, you know. So the DMCA thing, Hash, I know you say about it, but that's the reason why I do the higher picture version on Twitch. So I know they are a little bit more relaxed. Like, I think if you play DMCA, they just mute your VOD now. I think that's what they're doing.
Half my VODs are muted.
I just don't take the risk now. I just don't take the risk.
Fair.
No, I think to be honest, it's a good habit to get into, because I know right now I don't, because I think I'm known. I don't think Twitch gives a shit about a small streamer. That's why I think to myself.
No, not even small streamer. There's a streamer called Scum TK, and he averages probably like 10,000, like plus 20,000, whatever, right? And there's literally a VOD of him singing like Drake songs. Like, I mean, like, Drake's is singing in the background, right? It's full on, and he's just singing along to it, and he's like talking like normally, and it's fairly loud. So I'm like, yeah, this guy didn't get like banned, didn't get a warning, and he does that normally on stream all the time.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be devil's advocate with that. So if you put yourself and this streamer both having that music in the background with your current subscriber count, your current whatever monthly, your viewer count, who will they rather going to strike off the platform?
Yeah.
Somebody who makes them
millions
money,
yeah,
and just give them maybe just they might email them outside of Twitch, and just email them just to say, because all partners, they have a coach or somebody like that they can, with wanting to get onto the front page and all of that. That's who they go through. They're rather going to get rid of you than somebody that's making them.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking of the other way, where it's like, because we're small time streamers, there's so many small streamers that they just wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's how I take it as well. I'm like, who the shit?
No.
But Nathan is right, because a streamer I watch, XQC, dude was literally watching an
This
anime.
guy watches one streamer, man. Every time. Streamer I
shit.
like,
Rest of
streamer
shit.
I watch.
Rest of shit.
XQC.
But this dude was literally watching a show called Hunter x Hunter on stream. Didn't give
Yeah.
a fuck, and nothing happened to him.
And I've seen people being live banned, not VOD mute, I have seen a stream being shut down live because they were broadcasting. I think it was. I'm gonna say the boxing. It was the boxing. They shut
Okay,
down
the
the
boxing
stream.
is different though.
But how is that different though? If it's still
Because
something
it's,
that they shouldn't
it's
be
a
streaming though.
it's a pay-per-view, so there's a specific thing saying you can't
But
do all of that shit. Whereas
it's
like
still on the same aspect.
It's the
You
same-
don't.
I mean-
You should not be streaming it. End of. Regardless.
okay,
You don't own
what
it.
about like YouTube videos then?
So
react to YouTube
that's
videos?
another thing. YouTube videos, Twitch. There was on Twitter. See, I don't know how active you guys are on Twitter because I love Twitter.
I fucking hate it.
I don't use it.
They
Here,
were
there.
actually taking down streams and sending copyright strikes for people reacting to Gordon Ramsay's. I want to Hell's Kitchen.
I've heard about
Okay,
that.
Hell's
yeah, I've
Kitchen
heard
is
about
different because that's a
situation.
show outside of it.
But
to
like
begin with, right?
you're saying that the
But it's
person
on
was watching
YouTube.
a TV. Yeah, but he was still but you can go onto YouTube and watch Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
You
can.
can just go to the
Can, but
clips.
it's like
I've
That's
people do that.
but that's what happened. So that's what happened with the Twitch thing, with the
Mm-hmm.
takedowns of Hell's Kitchen. It wasn't like they went onto like their BT login and watched, you know. They went onto YouTube and was reacting to Hell's Kitchen funny moments or something like that. Like it's just such a scary thing because I know that I could probably stream tomorrow. Not that I do, but I could stream tomorrow and play music, and my stream chances are probably wouldn't get taken down tomorrow. But I just don't want to put I've been playing DMCA, and I've got friends that make music, and I love streaming their music and on my channel because
Support
I'm
him,
helping
Nathan.
them out. You know,
Support
I'm
him,
helping them
Nathan. Let's
out.
go. You don't stream my
You know?
music. I sent you my song one time and you fucking turned it down straight away. I was like, yeah, Nathan, I feel passionate about it. And dude went, yeah,
Why
fuck off.
why this guy always do this? You know,
Literally, I
Why
sent a proper
He
song on mine.
he
Shut it
always
down.
the
It's
topic always
always
go
about
back to
him, right?
him.
It's
I
always
know,
about
right?
him.
It's always about him.
You haven't
Ugh.
been here for the past like 26
Right?
episodes or something.
Hash, if you want me to shut up, all you got to say is Nathan, shut up. Next question. You know, don't make it about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nathan, one thing you said that streaming helped you with was being a lot more outspoken with everything, being more confident and not taking shit. Have you always been such an outspoken person in general, or have you been
No.
like really quiet, closed off?
I was really quiet when I was growing up.
Really quiet.
Yeah.
Because
I would
that's
say
that's
college.
quite a shock. That's quite a shock.
You
Like,
come
looking
across
at
as
who
a-
you are now, right?
Yeah.
So from the age of what age is college? Is it 17? Is it 16,
16 to
17?
18. 16 to 18.
Okay, so college made me. That's when I first, like rebel, first started smoking. Like that. That was like where I went like I went down the route and of your college friends, meeting up, having drinks, all that sort of stuff. That I kind of went down that route and started speaking up, and then it's work. I generally think work. I started working when I joined college. That was
Same.
my first.
Thank you. 16. Yes.
I started working, and I've never looked back. And working in different jobs with different people, definitely. I went to a predominantly white school. I never had really many ethnic cultures around me in school, and that was primary and secondary. Even where I lived, it was predominantly white. But going to college and starting working those jobs where there was ethnic cultures, ethnic backgrounds, differences of opinions, realizing it's okay for me to not, you don't have to agree with my opinion, but still treat me as a human being. That's the one thing that me and Hash could disagree so much about something, but as long as you talk to me, Hash, with respect and realize it's democracy, you can walk the conversation and go, do you know what? Maybe I do look at him a little bit different for his opinion, right? But he's allowed it because I'm allowed mine. So I love all that sort of stuff. I love talking about the news, politics. I think it's so interesting. But college was definitely the kickstart of me being like who I am now. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I agree with Nathan, by the way. Getting a job made life so much. I don't know what I was like. I can't remember much. I haven't been a shy person ever, right? But like getting a job, like, because I used to work at Tesco, which is like Walmart for you motherfuckers around the world. But like basically, working at Tesco and shit from like 16, you speak to so many people, like customers, colleagues and shit. Even if it's small interactions, like when they ask you, can you tell us where fucking ketchup is or some shit? Because you're speaking, you have to actively practice, right? How to communicate, and that shit just works wonders. Like sometimes my friends who have never had jobs are like, "Oh, you speak so well to people." I'm like, "No, motherfucker, I've been doing it for years now. That's why." It's like, I wasn't like this. No one is. I don't know. I don't think anyone is naturally a good talker. They just hear it and then they practice it in their head and they just fucking speak it out, sort of thing. And
it takes a lot of practice to do that, honestly speaking. And like, it's funny because like I've had friends who are like, oh, how do you stream so well? How do you keep talking to the camera like that? I was like, you got to talk like you're crazy. You got to talk to yourself. Like you have to also put that into practice. I felt like that helps a lot with, especially for me. And like, Nathan, you and I had like a similar upbringing since I think like the personality for myself also really blossomed the moment I got into like university, right? And I just started talking to people from there and then applied it to my jobs, and yeah, now here we are. You know what I mean? So I resonate with you on that. Is what I'm trying to say.
Streaming helps as well, right? Like I feel like I can
Yeah,
talk to
streaming 100% helps.
Oh yeah, you meet so many people that you would never meet, right?
Yeah,
Right,
you just
exactly.
and you just know how to, you know what I mean? And it's a blessing. Everyone just starts streaming basically if you want to get confident and shit.
Actually,
and
just
outspoken.
start streaming.
Just start streaming. Not as much as Seven Thugs though. Man, fucking
But don't
streams
do
once a year. You should stream a bit more than that.
don't do no face cam streams though, because no face cam streams you're pussy. No cap.
Yeah.
But one thing that I feel like we can all have some insight on, okay? Let's talk some music, right? Nathan loves music, avid music listener, vinyl collector. How many vinyls you got? Do you know off the top of your head?
18.
Yeah.
Wait.
19 now.
Fuck!
Right.
I remember
Because
though, right?
Eminem.
Yeah, because my latest one turned up yesterday. So
Are you not
Right.
impressed by me paying attention to the small details? I bet no one else knew that.
I didn't ask.
Why
him
is this
to
about
memorize.
you again, man? Can we just end the podcast, bro? I don't
Just
want to do
end
this
it.
anymore.
We're done
You guys
here.
are fucking
Right,
assholes. I
fuck
swear to God.
you, man. Right, but Blowfish
Yeah.
is still in the band.
Yeah.
T-Child's go stream T-Child Records right now. Yeah. So I want to talk to us about music. How did you get into music as a whole, and how did you get into your vinyl collection? Because I quite like the story, and you said you had a very good story of how you got into it.
So if we're talking about, what should we talk about first? Let's talk about how I got into music and then we'll stem from vinyls from there. So
Okay.
music, I don't really know. I'd always remember the first CD that I bought. I will always remember that, and I want to know your guys' first CDs that you bought. Let me find out what was your first CD that you guys bought, if you remember it.
Mine,
Yeah,
Ooh, hang on.
JLS.
the College Dropout.
College
Kanye West.
Dropout. Yeah,
Still trying to
JLS's
think
first
on mine.
album.
yeah.
The
Do you guys remember singles though, not albums?
I
Do you
do.
remember the first single you bought?
No, I don't think
No?
I ever bought one.
Really?
First single?
Yeah.
I can't remember, but
I-
like, I do remember singles.
Okay.
I always deter from buying singles.
Okay.
Personally.
So I will always remember. You're gonna be so shocked with who my first CD was. But that's
like
not,
DMX.
by the
Justin
way.
Bieber.
DMX.
No,
Imagine.
It's Rihanna.
I still remember saying to my mum, "Mum, can you go Asda when you're at food shopping? And can you get Rihanna Ponde Replay on CD?"
Oh shit.
I
Okay.
I still remember it, and my mum was like, "Okay, right." I said, and this is not me bullshitting because I'm on podcast, and I say this all the time. I literally said to mum, she will be big one day, and that's no cap, that's no BS. That is, I turned around
I
and
love
said,
that. I love
she
that.
will be big one day, right? So my mum goes to Asda, with her shopping list to go and do her food shopping, gets to the music section where they used to have CDs and albums. She's
Oh, I
looking and
missed
she
those.
can't find it. So she's gone to the people, because in Asda they used to have the music section. They used to have like a little desk. Like if you wanted to CD, they could go and look in the back and all that sort of stuff.
CD's nuts.
Yeah.
It was just there. It was just there. And I'm back. Okay.
She turned around and said,
I'm sorry.
like, Rihanna Ponde replay. And then they were like, no, never heard of her. So my mum come back from Asda.
Dang.
My mum come back from Asda and said they don't have her. And I went, how do they not have her? A few weeks later, she went up there. It was in the chart. It was in as they used to have the chart on the shelf, and it used to be like 20, and you used to, you know, you could go.
Yes.
And it was
I
up
remember
there.
it.
And she went there and she got it. And she went, I went to come and get this a few weeks ago, but you said you didn't know. And they said, oh, and they said, yeah, I remember, blah blah blah, because it like my town was quite small, like where I grew up. So as Taya said, I will to this day and until I die. Rihanna is Rihanna because of me, and I am claiming that. And if I actually get to have a conversation with that woman, first of all, I'm going to say you're beautiful. Second of all, I'm going to say that story. That would always be that.
You know what I envision if Nathan was to ever meet Rihanna? Do you guys remember the clip of Beyonce when she's on stage and she's like, "Who are you?" And then she goes, "I'm your husband." It's like, "You my cousin." It's like, "What's your name?" It's like, "Mike Phillip Knowles." And she's like, "Huh? You my cousin?" "No, I'm your husband."
I'd always CD wise, I'd always remember.
That's what
my first concert. I will always remember because it was Green Day, which is
which is
it oxymoron or whatever? I've gone for some Bayesian pop kind of princess that had a 1 by 1 equal 2 by 2, you know, all of that sort of stuff. So then going to Green Day with my dad, and at the O2, and I just remember. It was partially mortified because I've never experienced it. That sort of music live, being in an arena with 15 to 20,000 people, but that genre of music
as well.
And
how old were you again?
Oh God, how was
15.
Younger.
12.
Younger.
I was younger than 15.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was younger than 15. I've gone to so many concerts now. I love live music.
Right.
This man has actually been to everyone. Makes me so jealous.
I will always remember that. And my dad's always been such a. I've gone to sing like Kings of Leon at Hyde Park with my dad. Like, it's weird because I have such music taste of where I'll go and see Rihanna so many times, and I'll go and see Beyonce and Jay-Z, and I'll go and see Watch the Throne. I went to go and see Watch the Throne with my dad, and my dad and I love my dad because his music taste is he loves soul music and he loves but then he'll go to watch Jay-Z and Kanye with me and be loving life, and it's just like to me it's crazy, but he's like a big inspiration, especially with the vinyl collection. So he actually does when I say DJing, he does like a Soul Valley. It's kind of I've forgotten the exact genre. You guys might know it if you're into your like music from all genres. There was a genre of music that they used to put talc on the floor to stop feet sticking, and you would dance, and it was back like 60s up, like, you know, like all the time that my dad was growing up.
Well, this is like your era. You should know.
Yeah.
This,
funny enough. I do know this,
like
funny
60s, 50s,
70s, all of that.
It's a Lovish era.
So he starts.
Finally, someone who knows what they're talking about.
He DJs that. He loves doing it. It's his own. He's got a tattoo of it. He loves all of that. And I just remember, obviously, I've had my dad, and I've been around vinyls, and kind of I've been around it. But on TikTok, I had somebody pop up my my For You page. Really pretty girl, really stunning. Don't know how she ended up on there because she was showcasing vinyls. But her editing of her TikTok was so beautiful. Like, it was just, you know, you watch a TikTok and you're like, right, you've put effort into
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
are getting a like, a follow, a comment. Like, I will invest into that because I can tell that you've done so much. And
Oh,
she,
you know, one thing I noticed about TikTok is people follow anyone on TikTok, bro. Because for me, it's
Actually.
like for me when it comes to normal social media and stuff like that, like Twitch, Instagram, like back in Facebook and stuff like that, I needed to have something pull me in for me to be like, okay, yeah, this
I'll give
guy's
you a
funny,
follow.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I'll give you a follow, right? People just be following anyone on TikTok, you know.
yeah.
I'm so baffled by that as well because I was so baffled because I just for me I follow like a set amount of people. Mostly it's just my friends, and then it's like a couple creators that like gym creators that I'm like, oh my god, these guys are really smart, or these guys are really funny, or these guys do really good work, right? People just be following anyone. No wonder people making like money off of just making dance videos and shit like that.
Yeah.
But some TikTokers
TikTok's
actually put
great.
effort into it. Nathan's right. Some like, you know, the TikTok people fucking.
Yes.
Some people upload a video to face talking and they get millions of views. But some motherfuckers are like doing
all
crazy
in.
edits and shit. I'm like, you
Yeah.
deserve the millions, but
And
There's
you know,
this-
and
There's
you
this
know-
one TikTok.
go on.
Sorry, there's this one
That's all right.
TikTok page that I fucking love, and I'll try to find it later, or whatever. Right? He does recommendations, so like people comment in what they want to see, and he draws them. And one of them, like, it'll be like the Earth, right? The Earth is like a basketball, and like God is like spinning it on his fingers, kind of thing.
That's pretty
And
cool.
he'll animate it, and it looks so sick. I
Mm.
love that account so much. It's so cool. Yeah, boy, you saying Nathan?
Yeah, she was. I kind of was watching her videos from time to time, and I kind of was like, I've always like wondered about vinyls because like I have Spotify Premium, as Hash likes to always say. I pay my $9.99 a month, and I get to listen to my music. Why do I need to spend £20 upwards on vinyl? Why?
100%.
Why do I need it? I genuinely believe the experience of music has changed. Of course, the technology has changed. Who buys an album anymore? You don't need to. Just wait on Spotify, wait for it goes to midnight. There you go, you've got it.
Yeah.
I think that's killed the music industry because there is something about
think so?
owning. Yes. There is something, and this is why artists are doing it now. The latest thing to come back in is cassettes, which is such a peculiar thing.
It is
If
very
you
peculiar.
now watch artists drop their albums, you will see they will do they will do the album on CD. You will then see a vinyl pressing. You will then, depending if the artist is a higher artist, like a lot of people with HMV will do ISO, so they will do like an exclusive. So it'll be a different color pressing of the album for more money. And now they're doing cassettes, which you look back and you go, why am I getting a Walkman? Why do I need a Walkman
Yeah.
to listen to these cassettes? Why? We're going to streaming services, but you genuinely help out artists so much by buying the physical copies than streaming. They changed
So,
the way that
yeah.
they changed the way
Really
of
do.
how streaming counts to charts.
Yeah.
And artists were worried. Artists were really worried because you will get your big dogs like your Rihanna's, your Taylor Swift. Have you noticed Taylor Swift will always do well? I think she's the ambassador for Record Store Day this year because she niched it. She got into vinyls, producing vinyls for her albums so smartly, and you will now see people buy Taylor Swift vinyls as well as listening to Spotify. And that when you make it's such a good business move. Such a good business move. And like I said, I like buying a vinyl, having it, opening it up, seeing if it's a gatefold, so where you get the 2 LPs, seeing the actual gatefold itself, seeing the pressing of the vinyls, seeing if there's any posters. Like I've got a couple of vinyls here, like my Beyonce. Can I quickly show it just so you guys can have an experience?
100%.
Just
Yeah,
I
wanna
just
see
want
it.
to
Go
show
ahead.
like the effort. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Oh.
Nathan has good legs, guys. Just want to put that out there.
Oh, he does.
Honestly, he has very defined legs.
I was gonna see ass.
Dish.
What? Oh, fuck, my bad.
So this is the Beyonce vinyl, right?
Lemonade.
So this is Lemonade. If you don't know Lemonade, I don't know where you was, right?
Honestly, I
So
love it.
so you can obviously get this streaming free of like your $9.99 or whatever. So this is why I support vinyls, because you will see artists go to this length. So you'll get a gatefold, which is obviously the print in the inside, right? Beyonce went one step further and has actually done a booklet with
cool
photos, which is similar to like an album back in the day. You know the inside of an album, you would get that.
So I bust mine out. Wait, actually, no.
Yeah, go on, 100%.
Go ahead.
You
This
would now
is a
you
show
get
and
the
tell.
sleeves, okay?
That holds the CD, right? The vinyl.
The vinyl.
The vinyl.
That
But
look
look.
he gave you.
Look
Ooh,
at
that's
that.
pretty. That's pretty.
Like,
I like that.
and this is kind of like a merch souvenir, as I call it now. It is a souvenir of that album. I've streamed that album. See, look, I love all of this sort of stuff, like with music. But this supporting Beyonce doing this, more listening to this than streaming Lemonade on Spotify.
It's like
will do
one CD amounts to around 1,000 or
Yeah.
5,000 streams.
yeah.
So someone has to they can buy a CD one time, or they can listen to a song 1,000 or 5,000 times, and it'll
but
measure up the same.
thing
So
with
it's supposed to a lot more.
Lemonade is Jay-Z and her tried to do that thing. Do you remember now you can listen to
Tidal
Lemonade
thing?
on that title. I fucking hated that.
Tidal.
That
You're,
was
you're
so
saying that.
young.
You're saying that, but you're saying that, but like.
It
Honestly, like
worked.
it worked, bro. Like Tidal was a fucking. I mean, Tidal is now. I actually had Tidal for a bit because Jay-Z's 444, Beyonce's Lemonade, and a couple other like albums of
Anti
stuff like
went
that.
on there.
right?
Yeah.
It was like exclusive only, right? Initially, it didn't start off the best, but it was like it had exclusive projects, so people went on there, right? But now, if you look at Tidal does so much cool shit. Like they do exclusive shit still, but it does high quality exclusive shit, and it's actually fucking sick. And Jay-Z's made it work. Jay-Z bought a bankrupt company and made it multi-million. Like
Company
Tidal, yeah. He bought the rights off of Tidal, and then he made it like multi-million. It was basically like bankrupt or some shit, where it was like it was either bankrupt or going to be bankrupt. Like it was like it's not worth investing in, and he just made it multi-million, and he made it work. And understandably, yes, like okay, just making it exclusive is like taking away the artist, like the art that the artist created, and you could be seen and stuff like that, right? But this guy's a fucking business mogul, like bro. He's what? Like he's a black billionaire.
Yeah, him and Beyonce are bowlers. Although he's ugly as fuck and he cheated on Beyonce, so fuck him. Like honestly, like how the fuck?
We really didn't have to go
How
down
the
that
fuck
route
can
on
someone
TV.
cheat on Beyonce though? Like she is.
Yeah, okay. Let me show this real quick. So
But see,
basically,
look, I love these.
Kanye West, the college dropout, right? This is the little booklets. They don't do these as much anymore. So, but this is just him saying thank you. It's like the first thing says thank God, that thank you so much, and he just basically talks about everything, right? By the way, go watch Genius.
Yes.
Netflix is so sick, right? And this is like because it's called the college dropout, and he did drop out of college, right? These are all the artists that like helped him, right? The one you'll notice is right here. Do you guys know this guy?
John Legend.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Right.
John Legend.
That's the one that you guys will be most familiar with, right? This is supposed to be kind of like as if they went to the same high school, and this is the yearbook. Like this entire booklet is the
really
yearbook,
cool.
and this is like the years past. Like you see Kanye like in the basketball team, and then it's got like little annotations saying
That's pretty cool.
never played. He never played and shit like that. And then he's just it's just there's so much art outside of just the music in itself. That and it's really beautiful.
The thing is, I used to think I was a big music fan, but you guys go into detail. Like I listen, honestly, like I listen to a lot of songs, right? I love it, but I pay attention to more of like the singing, and that's it. After that, I don't. Do you know what I mean? I don't know anything about it.
The way that I see it, right, and this is obviously it's down to each interpretation. So if you've got a fan of a music, right, that is completely fine. I say listening on streaming services is bottom is the bottom bracket of a fan, and there is nothing wrong with that, right? There is nothing wrong because financial expenses. We take that bit out of the equation. I would say that is there, right?
I can agree with that.
For me, the next thing is then buying the physical, because it is art. As Sid said, music is art.
It's art.
So owning the album, a physical copy, a vinyl, all that, I would say that is the next level, right? The top thing is paying that £80 and going to the concert to hear that music live.
100%.
Because I'll tell you,
Don't buy the merch. The merch is fucking dog.
I've seen tons of hash hates me when I say it. I've seen so many people like so many
It
people.
bugs me.
You say it.
Why does
And
it
I
actually
just-
bug-
I
no,
just-
no,
Ash has never been to a concert.
Bloody-
That's why.
That
You
fucked, yeah.
haven't.
No, I haven't. Fuck that. But what bugs me is I put on a lot of songs on my streams, right? Not the stupid
Okay.
Alvin and Chipmunk one, like proper the original songs, right?
Wow.
And out of nowhere, he does it. And the thing is, he wasn't even doing it on purpose at first. Now he just does it because it's. Oh, I remember going to their concert. I'd love to see them again. That shit bugs me so much.
And I also that's what I mean. Like, it's kind of, I know I'm very fortunate that I can go to the concert because I know £80. Not everybody has. No, some people don't have that money, but there's so many people that I've seen live that I wish that I've never seen live because I love
Really?
the
Like who?
albums. I love the albums
Yeah.
so much.
Who?
Okay, who was the one that? Okay, hold on.
Name
Who
a
did
song.
I see live that was really shit?
Just want to say this man seen.
Okay,
Adele,
this
Justin
is
Bieber.
this is a really Justin Bieber was top tier. Like, I don't care what anyone
Really?
says. Top tier.
Yeah.
The
That doesn't
one
surprise me.
artist that I saw, so I saw this artist at the Hammersmith Apollo. UK folk, you might know
I've
the
been there.
venue.
I've
yeah.
been there. I went Rex Orange County, I think.
So I saw this artist at the Hammersmith Apollo. I then saw them at the O2 Arena, and I then saw them at Wembley Stadium.
So the first time you didn't
I've-
think, okay, let me just,
No,
this
so
guy wasn't
the
good.
first, so the first time I heard them in the venue of Hammersmith, is it what 4,000 people? The first time I heard
Yeah,
them,
it's something like that.
amazing, right?
Oh, okay.
Obviously, they then grew, so they went to venues, complete high arenas.
Who
I
is
get that.
Furious?
Oh no, it's not banned, but I just say they just to generalise it so you don't know. I went to
You're gonna tell
saw
us,
them at
no?
arenas. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
But I don't. I need him to shut
He's
up.
building
So,
the
you know what I
story.
mean? Because he's gonna get annoyed. I saw them at Wembley Stadium, and when I left the concert, I went, "Oh my god, that was awful." And I don't think it was them bad. I think it was the production, the acoustics of the venue. Ed Sheeran, and that is such a
wow.
yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
saw Ed Sheeran at Hammersmith Apollo with what's the first album? Plus? What's the orange one with A-Team and Lego House?
Plus is
that
blue.
album.
Plus is
No,
blue.
not Plus. Oh my
Minus,
god.
no.
It's
No,
I'll
Minus
no.
is green.
search it.
Have a look for me. It's the orange album.
The Orange album.
I saw him sing.
Oh, no, it is Plus. What the
Oh, it is
fuck?
Plus. Okay.
Yeah,
So
my
I
bad.
saw
I
him
was thinking of Divide.
I saw him with his loop pedal, and it was amazing. I then saw him at Wembley Stadium when it was sing you know that one with
Yeah.
Pharrell,
Yeah,
right? And I heard it, and I just went, ah.
That hurts my heart,
Like,
you know.
and it's so upsetting because I still listen to his music. Like
Yeah.
I love Perfect with Beyonce. I love Castle on the Hill. I still want to see Castle on the Hill live. Like, that song is one of my top 10 songs, Castle on the Hill. But I wish that I never saw him. In maybe it was the venue. Maybe that didn't help. But I was just so disappointed because I think some artists are suited in better venues.
Yeah.
So
sure.
somebody like him with a loop pedal, definitely arena maximum. Stadium, I know why he's doing it, because of the demand and can get more money, do less dates, do stadiums. Easy, I get it. But I was just really disappointed, you know? I've seen Rihanna and she's been amazing every single time that I've seen her, and she will never do
Every
anything
single
bad.
time I've seen it. Do you see what I mean?
I've seen her a lot of
There you
times.
go.
A lot of
Oh,
times.
How many
Wow.
times, Nathan? Out of curiosity.
How many times? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll count it.
I'm curious. And
Okay.
I have a
I
question.
saw I saw
how
Meg
much
the
did each one
Stallion, by the
cost?
way.
Have
Before she
you?
Who
popped
gives a
off.
shit?
I
way.
saw Meg the Stallion before she popped off. She had one song that was like popping, and everyone in the whole crowd was like, "Who the fuck is this girl, and why is she just shaking ass?" There was literally no one knew
Sounds
her. They were
accurate.
like, there was literally 2 girls that came in for Meg The Stallion and actually knew the songs. Like, she was opening up for someone else. I was actually there for Young Thug. She was opening up for Young Thug, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, there's just a girl shaking ass,"
Have you seen Chris
and
Brown?
like, it's fucking crazy.
He's not been allowed in the UK. Is he back? He's allowed now, isn't he? He's allowed now in the UK. But the
I
last time
hate
that
him for
was
what he
in-
did, but like if he didn't do his whole Rihanna thing, I think he would have been a huge fucking.
I disagree.
Really,
I
I think he
disagree.
was.
I
on
feel
the
like-
rise like crazy.
He was on the rise, but at the same time, you have to really like. He started making different types of songs and stuff like that. Like
he went
he's
very
making what like
mainstream.
excuse me, miss, like say goodbye, stuff like that. It was all like lovey-dovey songs. And after that, it's like, yo, these hoes ain't loyal and shit. Like he's went mainstream, got a lot big. Like I feel like he got a lot bigger after the whole Rihanna thing, right?
Okay. That's
Rihanna, I'll quickly just count just so you know. So 2000, I'm going to say the years just so I remember.
Sure.
So 2008, 2010, 2011, 2011, 2011, 2012,
3 times.
2012, 2013, 2016, 2016.
I hate him 10 times.
9 times.
Yeah.
What? I
Woo.
counted 10.
Fine.
What the
You
fuck?
can't count, you freak.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And they've not
I'm
been
sorry,
like,
that was
they've
so-
not been like just like her personal concerts. Some of them she was just like the headliner. I went to
Right.
like Wireless Festival. UK people probably know Wireless.
Wireless.
She-
You know, I've always
she-
wanted to go, but I've never wanted to go at the same time. It's so like it's
Yeah,
weird.
it's not as nice as what it used to be. I loved Wireless. I went Wireless like 4 times. Like I loved it. I went back to back each year. It was at Hyde Park, easy for me, Victoria. You know, like
I just
days. But
I just
now,
didn't know about sleeping in tent or like, you know, like
no,
a
you
bunch
don't.
of fucking
Wireless, you
people
don't have to
like
sleep in tent. It's day festival, so you're fine.
Oh.
No, but then if I'm going there, I'd want to like stay for like multiple days. No,
You can't.
like you
You
can't.
don't
Oh,
get a
what? So
hotel.
you physically
There is
can't leave the venue?
there is no camping
that's
ground
crazy.
at Wireless.
Oh shit.
It
Okay.
is. You could buy a weekend pass for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You would have to book a travel
You have
lodge.
to go out and then
and-
come back.
Yeah, that's what that is. But yeah, I've seen her a lot of times, and she's never been.
I've always wanted to
She's
go to a
never been.
festival.
She's never been shit.
I think it'd be sick experience.
Yeah,
Festivals are
I've
fun.
been V Festival. If you know what V Festival is, I've been to that. It's the
never
one
been to a
held in
concert.
Chelmsford. Yeah, like I said, and that's why I always say that I'm so passionate with music, because I've been very fortunate that I can do the live music side of it, and it's just one of the things. So yeah, music, food, and sleep are my top 3. Yeah,
Nice. I like that top 3, man.
yeah, it's my top 3.
Wait, who's your first ever concert again? Green Day, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Hey.
Brookish, have you been to a concert?
Oh, of course, a lot of times.
I know you've had your concerts and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
Used to be a performer myself.
which are some memorable concerts? That you've been
memorable
to?
concerts. So,
Yeah.
the
And
very
the worst
first
concert as
memorable-
well.
Worst. Oh,
If you haven't
I've got a
experienced
few.
with it. If you haven't.
I mean, my
experienced
own. I'm kidding.
Teach
But
our records.
There's too many women. Too many women coming for me. I can handle it. That's bad.
But yeah, the very first like standout concert that I've ever went to was when I was when I was a kid, like 12 years old, 2006. And you guys aren't gonna believe who I saw. It was
What?
Queen. It was Queen.
Queen.
I loved Queen as a kid. Yeah. I think it was. I forgot who was singing for Freddie instead. I think
You
it
were
was
old
it
when
was
you
someone
were
else.
young.
Not Adam
Yeah.
Lambert though.
Huh?
Was it Adam Lambert?
Yes, it was Adam
Yeah.
Lambert. I went with my family because we're all big Queen fans, right? My mom and my dad, like, they would always play that when I was a kid, which was like the 30s. Even though Queen existed in the 70s, but yeah, I was that was like the most standout concert for me. It was amazing. They performed
That's
Bohemian Rhapsody.
crazy.
It was a bit different because, you know, obviously, you know, it wasn't Freddie, but like the visuals as well, they put in a ton of work. Like everything about it was cool. Brian May was awesome. I don't think their bassist were there. It was just their drummer and Brian May and Adam Lambert. Sadly, the bassist wasn't there. But yeah, I feel like out of all the concerts I've heard, that was probably like the best one. Like, and the worst one. That's a good question. It was at a festival. Funny enough. I'm not too sure.
Festival, okay.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if you guys. Well, I was like an emo kid back in the day. If you guys have ever heard of Warped Tour, there's a bunch of underground bands there, and I think there's this one underground band that kind of like I saw them like that situation you had with Meg the Stallion, right, Sid? Where it's like, oh yeah, I saw her before she got big. It was one of those situations. I think it was Chelsea Grin, and I think they were just so bad. They're a metal band
still
that's
not
like
big.
they're big in the metal scene, but other than that, like I still am.
Blowfish is saying that for 10 years in advance now.
Blowfish is manifesting Chelsea break.
He's
guys.
manifesting it.
It happened, funny enough, and like they were not that great live, and then like now years later, I'm just like, wow, they actually put in the work because I feel like half of them were drunk. A lot of them weren't playing their songs correctly. I'm like, who are these guys? Because my friend loved them. I went because of my friend. I was going with my friend. I'm like, you like these guys? He's like, yeah, I fucking love them, dude. And I'm like, I mean, it kind of sounds like half of them are drunk except for the front man. That's all I thought. And I believe you guys probably know this band, fucking Bring Me the Horizon. They usually tour with they're good friends with them. Yeah.
I've seen that name.
Yeah, I was like, I remember before Bring Me the Horizon got big, I never saw them live, but like they were a fucking death metal band when I first heard them, and now they're pretty mainstrim nowadays, and it's weird seeing that
screaming shit when they just scream.
Yes.
I've actually low-key started getting into that because I don't know, it's really weird because it's so loud and it's so obnoxious.
Yeah. Trust me.
So
this is Team Blowfish manifesting
like, oh god. At the same time, in my head, it's just like, fuck, this is kind of relaxing. Like it's like so much.
Sid, you know what I'm talking about, right?
What the fuck? There's nothing relaxing.
It's like this. I always say I want to live in a very crowded city, like a Hong Kong or a New York or like London or like.
Out of
something
curiosity, Sid, why is that? Like, just why do you want to live in a crowded city? Like, I'm very curious about that.
No, because I'm getting to that because for some reason, whenever I am in like big cities like that, there's so many things happening and there's so many interactions with like people and stuff like that, right? And you're always crowded and you're always around people, but at the same time, you feel by yourself, and it's a very relaxing kind of fun feeling. Number one thing I love doing in London, especially on a night out, is I just go interact with the random people, and I'll just fuck with them. I'll fuck with them. One time, someone came up to me, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, what university do you go to?" I was like, "Oh, I go KCO," and they're like, "Oh, how old are you?" I was like, "I'm 29 years old, but I'm just in my second year." And then I just fuck with them, and then it's just the opportunity I have of that.
That's
right?
funny.
But at the same time, there's been times where I'm just walking down in Leicester Square in Chinatown, right? I'm just walking down. There's so many things happening at the same time, and I'm just like, just taking it in, just like breathing in there. I'm just like, yo, like I'm kind of relaxed, and I kind of get that sense with like death metal shit as well. Like,
I get that
for some reason.
But honestly speaking, some I've like watched a few death metal bands live, and they're like the nicest fucking people ever. It's just kind of funny. Like that's the reason why I'm like. Honestly, their music kind of sounds like they definitely worship the devil, but meeting them outside, I'm like, they're fucking some of the nicest people I've ever met. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, hey, good show today, man. He's like, oh, dude, thanks. And he's like super like chilling down to earth, like the singer. And I'm like, yo, how do you take care of yourself with what you do? He's like, honestly, man, like I just shut the fuck up after I perform a set and I'm all good. I'm like, that's fair because of what you do. He's like, yeah, thanks so much for popping by, man. I'm like,
crazy.
Just like shake their hand and like leave. I'm like, they're some of the nicest people I've ever met, like honestly speaking. But yeah, out of all the best concert I went to, probably that Queen concert, and it was nuts. It was surreal.
I mean, that's pretty up there. That's pretty fucking up there, you know.
That was a lot of fun. So sad. I've never been to a fucking concert, man. It's
didn't you go Blackpink concert? Oh shit, yeah. No, that was me. My bad.
Yeah, that was you.
Right, don't start this Blackpink thing. Don't start because. I bet that video has still not got you credited in it. Just saying.
Sid has a video on YouTube with like how many million views?
Why?
Sorry, I just bugged me.
Why are you coming for? I wasn't even bringing that up. I was just trying to take the piss out. But you
can't. The thing is, if we take the piss out of Hash all the time, I kind of have to. I can't always. Hash, I kind of have to just...
Listen, you went to Rihanna concert so many times, she doesn't even remember you.
She does because she hugged me, so...
What? You got hugged from Rihanna?
Really?
Yeah,
really?
I was at one...
But next time she sees you, she's going to be like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, of course.
Just tell her you made her career the moment you asked her on to replay.
Yeah, it was Wireless Festival. We was at the front. There was a big group of us, and we got there at 6 o'clock in the morning, like, to get, like... And the festival opened at midday, so we, like... Sat in the queue for 6 hours, the doors open, we ran to the front of the barrier, and like We Found Love was at the end. And she had like these giant inflatable like balls that went up in the air and whatnot, and it was like party. And then she jumped down the thing and she come all to the front. And I will always remember it because I said she is beautiful, but I still just remember like I sound like such a sad person, but like she is very beautiful in person. She's smaller than what I thought, but she's very beautiful. But yeah,
How tall is she on paper?
I thought she was. Is she not going up to 6 foot or at least 6 foot?
Dang!
Huh?
What?
She's tall. I thought
She's tall. Okay, yeah.
I don't
I'd
know
have to
that.
have a look. Let's
I
have a
don't know
look.
about 6 foot.
Because
Well,
that's
she's
my
not
height,
very
bro.
skinny.
Yeah, I'm a fucking
How,
giant.
how
like,
high is she? She's
1.73.
1.73 meters. So what's
That's
that
pretty
in
close to
Five-
6 feet.
five-
It's like
five-
5'8", 5'8",
5'8",
5'9".
That's
Yeah,
pretty close.
so she is quite tall, but I
Well,
still
6
remember.
foot.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Like she was like it's
That's
still
pretty tall,
but
actually,
I
yeah.
remember like seeing her, and I was just like, oh, I just didn't think she was. But she's very beautiful. But yeah, I'll always remember that.
yeah, it's crazy. She doesn't know who
That's
you are.
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Just
Never into
cry
concert.
myself
It's so
to
sad.
No,
isn't it?
it's have you ever okay, so you said you knew Rihanna before she blew up. Is there any other artists that you guys have found out before they started blowing up? Like is there someone? For me, I have a couple, which is Rex Orange County,
Oh, he's good.
Ooh.
someone called Bakar, I
No
don't know if
Oh,
idea.
I've got one.
I have no idea who that is.
and Daniel Caesar.
Ooh.
Who's Caesar?
And Hash will probably know this one. DPR Live.
No, who the fuck is
DPR
that?
Live, no fucking way. I know
I
DPR Live. I know DPR
I
Live.
knew about DPR Live when they had like less than like I think like 1,000, 2,000 listeners on Spotify.
How do
Like,
you guys
on
know
this
that?
whole
I don't
shit.
think I've manifested
That's
anything.
crazy.
though.
Yo,
Yeah, it was,
Dude, out of
I was
curiosity.
on DPR like a while back.
Out of curiosity, you said, what's your favorite song by DPR Live? Mine's always going to be the very first song I heard from him, and it was fucking Jasmine.
is?
I was like, Jasmine.
You know what? Jazz is really good,
Yeah,
right?
it's a
Mine's,
good one.
mine's
It's
cheese and
catchy.
wine. Cheese and wine.
Well, that's a good one, too. I like that one.
Right, yeah. But I used to remember when La Puta and stuff like that came out, me and my friend used to be like analyzing, we're like, does that mean like the island in the sky or like stuff like that, which is like from like an anime and stuff, or does it mean like this is it? And we used to like talk about this shit.
I feel
But
like I manifested like Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Uh-huh.
I remember when Halo came out by Beyonce, and like I think my mom was going to Asda or some shit, and I told her to get the single. And I was like, "Yo, it's gonna be big before it becomes
Mom,
big.
can you get me
it
Halo?
from-"
Sure. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Big before it became big, and then she was like, "It's not there or some shit." And I was like, "Come on, man, you know it's there. Like they're lying to you."
wait,
man.
so you knew Beyonce from Halo, not like Destiny's Child or anything? That's
This is
Yeah, right?
Destiny's
Lay
Child.
on that, bro.
No one knows the other fuckers.
I-
It's Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and like that's it. Who's that third one? No one's even
Okay,
heard
stop
of
giving Michelle
on.
hate.
them. No one
Stop
even knows
it.
the
Yeah,
fuck
Michelle's
they are.
underrated.
the third one.
Honestly
No.
speaking.
Beyonce carried that group, and it's Kelly Rowland who we know about because she was an X Factor after, and the other one is irrelevant. No one's
See,
even heard of her.
Michelle's got a banging song. I don't know if you've heard it. It's like some religious song. It's like when Jesus says yes, nobody
Wait,
can
did she
say
go into like
no.
gospel?
Yeah, if
Did
you
she-
hate,
No
if
way.
you hear it,
Oh,
and
shit.
Beyonce and Kelly are featured on the song. If you've never heard Jesus Say Yes or whatever, I don't know the full. If you just type in Michelle, oh god, I don't know what her surname is, but
Rowland,
Michelle.
innit?
No, that's
Michelle
Kelly.
Williams.
Michelle Williams, and put like if you just type the word Jesus or Say Yes, I think it's called Say Yes. If you haven't heard that song, it's such a banging song. Like it's such a. If you want to sit there and just feel, I feel like I should be in church, you know, just like vibing away, you know.
I actually went through a phase where I was listening to Kirk Franklin.
Oh
Really?
my god, really?
Kirk Franklin. I don't know why. Just randomly, I was like, "Yo, this guy." I always hear about Kirk Franklin, and I just listened to him. I was like, "Holy fucking!" I probably shouldn't be swearing. Kirk Franklin is like a gospel singer. Oh no, not gospel. Is he? Is he gospel?
I
think
don't
he's
know if I would
gospel.
consider him gospel.
Yeah, he's not gospel. He's like, but
He-
he
he
sings
is and
about
he
like
isn't.
God and stuff like that all
Yeah,
the time.
he is and he isn't. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
It was crazy. I went through a phase. Did you guys
That's
ever
pretty
go
dope.
through like a phase like that as well? Like where you just like got into like random stuff?
Oh yeah.
Green Day, My Chemical Romance. I went through that all.
Nah,
The
I've
Strokes?
never been into
I
a rock
wish
band,
I
actually.
went to them.
I've
MCR
never seen My Chemical Romance live.
Yeah, me neither. Sad
But
face.
I loved Black Parade. Like I loved all of that.
Dude,
And
such a
then
good
I
album.
just kind of was just like, and then I just went back to me mainstream, you know.
Honestly speaking, that's a good album.
I hate the fact that Jazz, like my favorite two artists from is fucking Ella Fitzgerald and fucking Louis Armstrong.
I've heard of
Like
them.
on the
I thought-
fucking the trumpet and the fucking bro, they're banging together, bro. They're banging together, and I fucking hate the fact that I'm not gonna be able to hear them.
I thought Louis Armstrong was the astronaut, dude. Right? I swear there was some like correlation there. Or am I in my own world?
Yeah, you got the Armstrong part right.
Yeah,
see?
you got the Armstrong part right.
You got the Armstrong.
It's not none
I guess Louis Armstrong is out of this world as well. You know, I see what you're doing. Okay, guys, it was such a good time talking to you guys, and thank you so much for everyone for coming to the podcast. We're gonna cut it here if that's cool. Hash, would you like to take it away?
Go on.
So everyone, before we end this extremely amazing podcast, which is you know, with Nathan himself and everything. So normally what we do, Nathan, is we go in turns and we say our byes. So let's start off with Sid. Sid can explain to you how it's done. Sid.
Okay, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for coming onto the stream and hang out on the podcast. We had the lovely Nathan here. I will most likely be streaming tomorrow. Most likely.
Most likely. Okay.
Blowfish, what about you, my bro?
Man, like, thank you guys so much for coming again. Nate, thanks so much for featuring today as an awesome guest as well. I will also be streaming tomorrow as well, 7 p.m. Your guys' time, 2 p.m. my time. Yeah, what about you, Hash?
So myself, I will be streaming tomorrow as well. Yeah, that's about it. After that, thank you so much for watching us. Nathan, what about you? When are you streaming next?
I mean, if you didn't know me, you should know me now. And if you don't, get to know me. I will be live on Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
I'm not gonna lie, I was so ready for you to say, if you don't know me, go fuck yourself.
No, I'm not.
I don't know why.
I mean, I feel like people should know me, but if you don't get to know me,
Yeah.
and then,
I also
Nah,
feel
Nathan's
like
wonderful.
Nathan should follow Blowfish back on Twitch. After that, thank you so much for watching us today. We appreciate you, and well, we will all see you tomorrow. Except Nathan, will see you on Tuesday. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, we got a pose for the thumbnail. All right, 3, 2. Hold it for 2 seconds. Yeah. Done. All right, that's great. Thank you.